Hi, Team Aries. How are you guys? Have you missed me? I know I skipped a week. I was on vacation and I needed a break just to travel and clear my energy source. And of course, I feel so much better. And I'm glad that I did that. Yeah, let's see where we're going. We're going into the second week of September. So, Universe Angel Spirit Guides, what is the current situation for the Aries group I'm reading for today, second week of September? What is their situation, please? So I went a little traveling and I bought myself a new deck from this woman on an island in Greece where she makes her own cards, and I just stumbled into her her little shop, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? It was amazing. So I'm going to give myself a day. It's from the Divine Feminine, and I want to work with the deck and we'll play along next week. I also stopped in London and picked up the Fool's New Journey, and apparently it's only made in Britain, so this will be cool to check out as well. Now, let's get back to you guys. Why are we having Five of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles? This is a bit of a strange little reading. It's like sort of seeing something here that's bittersweet. We all know Five of Pentacles means you're left out in the cold, or there's a financial hit, a financial loss, like losing your job, or when I say being left out in the cold, a loss with family, a loss in a relationship. But then it's balanced by the Six of Pentacles, which tells me promotion, raise, somebody helping you out, someone hooking you up, but also coming out on the other end of it. So that's interesting when you put it together. I'm going to say 70% of this for me is financial, okay, because it's two pentacle cards combined together. But I will put it in a romantic context also. So it's like, yes, you're out in the cold, but you're also being helped out. It's like you're also either getting a raised bump or a promotion, or someone's helping you. We're going to see what they're talking about, because at the bottom of the deck is the High Priestess, which talks about things that are unsaid. It's like the elephant in the room, but it's not being discussed. It's like you know what's going on. So it's like you feel the vibe, you feel the energy, you feel the tempo of the room. And because of this, it's making you feel like you need to review your options. All right? It feels like you got to move in the shadows. It feels like you got to move strategically to pick your options, your choices. Now, in romantic context, feels like you're left out in the cold and all you're doing is picking up breadcrumbs, to be honest with you. Because for Six of Pentacles for me in the world of love is like, look, you're begging for attention, begging for answers, anything. There's a lot not being said. This is somebody you're not speaking to, so it's forcing you to kind of review your options. You're either thinking of ghosting, running away so you can heal yourself, because how does an Aries retaliate? In the weirdest way possible. They ignore you. They shut you out. They shut you down. They say goodbye, and you get nothing from an Aries. So that's kind of what's happening here. Let's see. We'll clarify all this as we go on. Now, what's coming towards my Aries the second week of September, please? It's an interesting situation you're in, but I do see you analyzing it. Yeah, something's coming to a close. Something's ending. You're transitioning. You're deading an old situation, and it's like you're coming out of a cocoon like a butterfly going into a new situation. It's like you almost already know it, Aries. It's been a long time coming, because that's what the vibe I'm feeling. That's the vibe I'm getting here. Long time coming. We'll see when I clarify. Yeah, you're reviewing your options again. You're thinking about moving on. You've been processing, you've been dealing, you've been like, it's time. Let's see, let's move on. What is it that Aries doesn't see coming their way? Wow. Wow. Nine of Cups, Two of Cups. I love me some cups. Whatever's going on, the feeling is this. Wish fulfillment in a partnership. So yes, this can be in love. Yes, this can be in business partnerships. This is something you desire, because nine are self. You know, it's like about how you feel. It's not about your other person. It's not the combination thereof. But the combination thereof is the Two of Cups, which tells me, yeah, this person more than likely feels the same way you do. All right, because it's the Two of Cups is free will. It's like you both decided to be into this partnership. You both feel the same way. This is your desire. This is what you don't see coming. And it's coming. This is fascinating. And you're healing. You're healing your dynamic, your process, your mind, your spirit, your energy. You're healing all of that. All right, let's continue. Because this almost feels like it's cathartic. It's like you're shedding some old shit. And now you feel like you're healing that part of you and you're moving into something else. What's the advice here for Aries, please? It's like a happier place. It's like a happier partnership. Interesting that, you know, as I was referring to the beginning of this reading, you're reviewing your options. The universe is backing that up. They're like, look, you do have options. Not all are great, but there are some really good ones too. The Tower in the Cross. This is what's holding you back. Do not let it. Usually Tower in the advice position talks about, you know, something falling apart. So let it fall apart. Because let's put it in a situation where you can see it visually in your mind. God forbid you ever saw an earthquake or you saw something crumble down. Isn't there a lot of cloud? Isn't there a lot of dirt? Isn't there a lot of dust? Isn't there like a lot of confusion? But when everything settles and the clouds go away and they move out of the way and all the dust settles down, you can see clearly. Now that everything's fallen apart, you just can't see. If you let it fall, in order for you to see, you could see the right path. You could see the correct option. All right, because you're probably not getting information or you're not hearing the news. So maybe you're quick to jump, or maybe it's frazzling you, or maybe it's making you unsettled. Let this fall. Because even if it was something you wanted, it was built on something rickety, nothing stable, and you want stability out of a situation, regardless if it's love or work. All right, let's continue and see what the outcome of the week is. What's the outcome of the week for Aries, please? Wow, I feel a little rusty, but not. It's strange. What's the outcome of the week? Interesting. You have to make a decision. You have to make some kind of judgment call. A final, like a finite and final decision, a final judgment call. Some of you could be dealing with somebody that could be your boss, that could be a female, or I just feel divine feminine in this with the Queen of Swords, where this is you being in your head and you need to borrow that energy now where you're not thinking with desire or passion or you're being frivolous. Or you need to be practical and you need to be like the Queen of Swords, where she's thinking with her mind, but she's using a gentle touch, unbiased, in the sense that thinking clearly. That's what it's telling you to do. Borrow those energies to make that judgment call, because that is the place you will be in anyway. You're going to be here, not here. All right. Yeah. Again, the Four of Swords. Look at that. Aquarius card right under it. Being hopeful, positive, optimistic, but you are still holding on to something. There's a lack of stability here with the situation. I don't know if it fell through or just whatever pillars you had set up, they're inverted now. So let's continue and see what is going on here for you. A lot of you, this is a job. Others of you, there's a new partnership coming in lieu of that last job. You might be still holding on to it, and you need to make a decision. Interesting. And that's why your advice here is saying you need to review your options. I'm recapping. In regards to love, maybe you left out in the cold, you're getting some kind of breadcrumbs, there's an ending here. However, a partnership does come in that is desirable for you, that is mutual on both parties. Looks like a happy relationship. You do need to decide on what you're going to do. There is something else falling apart around you, letting that go and making that decision to move on. All right. Seems clear to me. Universe, Angel, Spirit guys, let's start clarifying all of these cards for Aries. What is the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, please? I think you're coming into your power now, your real power. You're tapping into that, you know, Aries energy, which is the Emperor. All right, here you are. The Emperor makes huge boss moves. They lead. Okay, and they lead by example, and it's in the upright position. So I believe you are about to make some serious power moves, power plays. All right. So I do see the Three of Cups back here. This is reconciliation also in regards to a relationship, or this is a third-party situation. But moreover, it's good news. So if this is in regards to work, you're about to step on some toes, unfortunately, because I do see the guilt and the regret back here, but it's celebrating some kind of good news. Let's continue. Let's see if I'm vibing anything else off of that. I don't know, I just feel like, Aries, you're feeling yourselves. Like you're feeling like you're about to boss up on some shit, and you're just like ready to go. You're ready to rock and roll. I mean, you've been feeling left out in the cold for a little while now, and you're like, you're done with the breadcrumbs and the peanuts. I think you realize your worth and you've always known, but now it's like, you're like, why am I sitting here and dealing with this? I don't get it. You're about to do some serious bossing up. Let's see what death is. Please clarify what death is. This could be even you, the old you, not necessarily a job or your relationship, just the shedding of the old you, which, by the way, is Scorpio energy. I have two Scorpio energies, which is the Tower and Death. Interesting. King of Cups. Speaking of Scorpio, shit. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Water sign. I don't know if there's an ending here with one of them. This person is in the upright position. That means they're emotionally available, emotionally intelligent. They're there. They're not really just denying you. They're not, you know, rejecting you in any way. So there's some sort of transformation or transitioning going on here with this individual. There you are at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands. Interesting. You're about to take some kind of risk, and it's gonna be rewarding. I love that. Queen of Wands, the Fool, Aries energy, taking that risk. Six of Wands, there's the reward. And then you're going to take some serious action thereafter. But that's coming down the pike. Let's stick to this week. Can you give me anything else about this King of Cups and Death, please? You either work with this person, or you are working towards a goal with this person, which can be a relationship. And then the Devil, there's something toxic here. Ace of Pentacles, a solid new beginning. Okay, so there's this new start that you're trying to do. So there is an ending of some kind and a beginning of a new. But there's something toxic also tied to this. The toxicity could be fear of yourself. This person could be narcissistic. It could be anything. It could be you putting an end to it also. Let's see why, what you don't see coming. Like, this is a surprise to you, this Nine of Cups and this Two of Cups. What's this? Hit me up, Spirit. What? Please clarify. Weird with the King of Cups. It feels good and bad mixed together. Now this is weird. Nine of Clubs clarified by the Nine of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. There's a duality when you have a negative and a positive card mixed together. Five of Pentacles we already talked about. It's being left out in the cold. It's also like losing money or job loss, but it's tied with something that you desired. Okay? So something that you did desire, that you felt you were completely left out in the cold, bam, turns around, and now you're all of a sudden in some kind of partnership. Can I have another meaning to this, please? Wow, Page of Pentacles, something that you're learning. And you're learning to heal from. And it was the toxic thing. They're repeating cards now. Oh my God, I get it. You're learning from this. In the sense that it's like a second go round or a third go round. It's like, oh, I've been here before. This doesn't hurt as much as it used to. This is a cakewalk now for me. It's like a nothing burger. So it's funny that because you've learned from your past mistakes and your lessons that you had before, you're not falling into that pit anymore. You're learning to just jump over the pit and get what you desire and get what you need from this situation. Can you tell me anything about this Two of Cups that we'll discuss more in the extended reading, please? Somebody you're working with, or somebody that you're literally working, you work together, or you're working towards a goal together, which could be marriage or a commitment or a lot of money. Queen of Pentacles. A lot of you, this is a business partnership. A lot of you. Others of you, this is something where maybe your partner and you are tied up to something financially, or this is marriage. This is somebody that you're working towards a goal together. Let's see. What is the Tower over here in the Seven of Cups, please? Oh my God. Seriously? So I'm not shitting you when I say cards are doubling down. Got the Tower again with the original Tower. So my story still remains. Something fell apart, obviously because it died with death. These cards, you know, they're coinciding with one another. You need to let it go. You need to let that cookie crumble. And then sweep it up in a dustpan and throw it in the garbage. Bake yourself a new cookie. All right? Page of Pentacles and Four of Swords. Yes, these cards are coming out again. It is because you were learning. There could have been an age gap here with somebody too. And now you're just healing from this whole scenario, this whole situation, where you need to review your options. Sure, you're going to be single. Others of you need to review your financial status on an independent level, alone, okay? And a lot of you are successful alone, okay? So that means you are doing financially well on your own, or you could do. I know a lot of you feel that you might need this partnership, but a lot of you don't. And that's why it's saying review all your options. Whatever fell apart for a reason. Let it friggin' fall apart, okay? I think you're destined for other stuff anyway, Aries. You're meant to be pulled into different directions. And I feel like a lot of you, Aries, your destiny, I know destiny's a huge word. It's a powerful word. It's a big thing. It's a big word. You are destined for greatness. I think for the Aries of this lifetime, you're definitely put on this earth to guide and help others in big, powerful ways. And the way that's going to happen is by you guys leading through example. Nobody can go through the shit an Aries goes through and survive the other end. They really can't. I don't really want to get into it because I don't want to stray from your reading. But things that people can't mentally handle, an Aries can. And that's probably why you go through more things than most other signs do. The reason I'm bringing this up is because when I see multiple towers in your readings, it is because it is just one other, you know, peg in the wheel for you. So that, and when I see the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, it's just something that you're easily being able to heal. It's like it's an old stump that's now numb, and you're just like, all right, it's fine. It's, you know, you're moving on. But look at the position that you're in back here with this Nine of Pentacles, being alone, not talking to somebody. You have a lot to think about, because it might be something that's not easy for you to let go, but there's a new path that's being created for you. There's a new place. I mean, not a lot of people can hang out with the Emperor. Only the Empress and a few kings and queens. Let's see. What is Judgment and Queen of Swords, please? I know you might not feel it or see it right now, but the universe has weird ways to push an Aries forward. All right? Speaking of pushing forward, Ten of Wands and Justice. There's a lot of work, yes. There's a lot of burdens on your shoulder, yes. But I just got done telling you this speech before the card even came out. And here's the card to represent everything I just said. You see this? Look at this person with this load that's on his back. That's you. Only an Aries can do this. This is what I'm talking about. Okay? But this is the do not give up card, because it is a 10. And justice. For all your hard work, for all your efforts, justice is coming in. Karma correction. You will be rewarded by the universe. You will not be denied. And the King of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So there is a fire sign lingering, coming in. Your opposing energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Looks like you also might be dealing with an air sign too and a water sign. I just didn't see Earth as much. I see it more on an independent level with you. Now, Romance Angels, what you got here for my Aries, please? Let us know. What's going on here for Aries? I think you're getting an offer, Aries. Now you got to make a decision. And if you're letting something go and you're moving on towards something new. Let me see in the world of love. Yeah, I suspected as much. You have very soon. For me, when I get very soon, it means I have something on the table that's available for me, to me, but do I want it? And if I don't want it, I need to give it back to the universe, or the universe is going to tell me, time's up, I'm taking it from you. So it's like you've got a limited time here in a certain situation, and I really suspect it's probably this watery person, and if they're not a water sign, they don't have to be. It's just somebody that's available to you, that, I don't know, maybe you're ending something here or you're not. You have to make a decision on it. We're going to deep dive on this card in the extended, as those of you that are my members, you know. The bottom of the deck, I do have children, so children might be a factor into what's you're dealing with here, whether they're yours, whether you want them, whether it's theirs, or they don't want them. You get my point. That's a factor. Okay. Now, Wisdom House of Night, what say you here to finish off this reading for Aries, please? I missed you guys. Aries. Complicated. Well, don't I fucking know it? Just kidding. Complicated, obviously. But let's hear what the messages are, because it might give you an idea as to how to get through this complicated web. Okay? My sweet one, wouldn't it be nice if life were always simple and things were obvious and transparent? No, you'd be bored. Drawing this symbol reminds you that sometimes there are so many elements to consider that it can be next to impossible to understand them all in one moment, especially when you want to find an answer. Right now, things are complex, and only time will help you pull all the pieces of the puzzle together. Just remember, simple can also be boring, and complications can make for a deeper, more mature experience. Don't try to figure this one out. Just be open and follow the threads of life's mysterious web. I love that, but will you go with the flow? You guys let me know. All right, everybody. Members, I'll see you over at Extended. Everyone else, I'll see you next week.